You wouldn't hear it, you wouldn't even see it. But if a Siberian tiger was hunting you, I hate to break this news, but your story ends here. Like I just said before, this is the Siberian tiger, the biggest and baddest cat on earth. It doesn't just hunt, but it dominates. And if a 600-pound predator with skull-crushing, bone-crushing, I don't know, and a vertical leap better than LeBron's,
Whoa, now.
just say nature already made its decision. If lions are the king of the savannah and tigers are the silent rulers of the frozen wilderness, these beasts are also called Amur tigers. They're absolute units. They can grow up to 10 feet long and weigh over 600 pounds, as said in the intro. And unlike most cats, they don't mind the cold because their fur is basically nature's best winter coat. And those massive paws, they work like built-in snowshoes, letting them move silently through the deep snow, basically like a ghost. Now, if you generally think lions are scary, this tiger would change your mind faster than when a black mom gives you the secondary option for dinner. Just think about it. They're crushing bones like breadsticks, dude. Now let's talk about these 4-inch claws. They can literally shred through flesh and muscle like Shredder from the Ninja Turtles. One swipe and your whole Tinder profile is deleted. No, but seriously, one swipe can literally break an entire bear's back. Yes, a bear. And speaking of bears, they're not excluded from the smoke either. Tigers do hunt them in Siberia. They've been known to take down brown bears and black bears. Now, polar bears, that's a whole different type of story. I wouldn't even try it. They are taking down brown bears and black bears like another day in the office. Now, I should also mention that tigers don't usually chase down their prey. They're usually very stealth. That's what they always go for, the sneak attack. They'll stalk their targets for hours, using their striped fur to blend in with the shadows, and when the moment's right, it's already over. It should also be known, deers can't really process the color orange, so when the tiger's hiding behind all that grass, it kind of just looks like normal grass. They really can't see it. That's why it's so easy for deer to be caught. Moving along in this only 2-minute video so far, we can see that they launch at their prey with explosive speeds hitting 40 miles per hour. Now, just to reiterate, yes, obviously they're gonna chase after their prey. I was just saying earlier that they stalk and then they leap. That's what we're saying. They stalk and then they leap. But if they get heard first, of course they would have to chase after it, and then you're not gonna get away from it. So like 90% of the time he's gonna catch you. But yeah, after he catches you, then it's just one powerful bite to the throat and then boom, game over. These lonely beasts do not hunt in groups, unlike a lion would. They do everything alone, meaning every kill has to count. If they miss a meal, it could be weeks before they get another shot. Now, let's clear this up. Are tigers man-eaters? If I stick my head in a cage, will it bite me? Well, is the grass green? In all seriousness though, are they man-eaters? Well, kinda, but not really. If you see, most tigers avoid humans, but when they do go after people, it's usually because they're injured, starving, or their habitat is being destroyed. So basically, as long as you leave them alone, you'll be okay. As humans push deeper into their territory, tigers have fewer hunting grounds, which sometimes forces them to go for the easiest meal around. Basically, that's us. Now, I said they're not likely to eat humans. I didn't say it wasn't possible or it hasn't been done. There have been some legendary man-eaters, like the Champawat. I definitely just botched that entire name. I have no idea what that says. I'll put it on the screen though. The Champawat tiger in India, which allegedly took out over 400 people before being stopped. But in reality, tigers would much rather stick to their normal dinner menu of deers, boars, and if they're feeling really ambitious that day, bears. Siberian tigers aren't just apex predators. They're keystone species, meaning just like the great white shark in the last video, they keep the ecosystem balanced. If tigers disappeared, we would all notice. Prey populations would explode, which would throw the whole food chain out of whack. Unfortunately, we do have to hit you with the bad news. There are only about 500 Siberian tigers left in the entire world. Habitat loss and poaching have pushed them to the brink, and without conservation efforts, we could lose the largest big cat forever. Now, before we wrap up, it's time for the fun fact section. Here are some of the craziest wild facts about Siberian tigers. Unlike other cats, they love water and will swim for miles just to find food. Number 2, They can jump over 10 feet in the air, which is higher than most basketball hoops. And if you ever make one mad, just know tigers have amazing memories. They do not forget, and they will get their lick back, bro. For the most part, you can basically assume that a tiger is holding things personal with you for the rest of your life. And I also know the first two facts were probably something that you probably could already figure out from the beginning of the video, but the more specific, the better. Overall, we can definitely say that this tiger is a complete symbol of power, patience, and raw survival instinct. A silent ruler of the snow, perfectly adapted for one of the toughest environments on Earth. As long as it has a place to hunt, stalk, and dominate, the Siberian tiger will continue to rule the frozen wilderness for years to come.